everybody, this is Maria D with the Wreath Machine, home of the Wreath Lock. Just coming to y'all with a new product release. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. Hello everybody, this is Maria D with the Wreath Machine, home of the Wreath Lock, coming to you tonight about a new product release. So a little about me. I am the owner of the Wreath Machine, which is a small wreath business that is on Etsy. I am the inventor and product designer of the Wreath Lock. So the Wreath Lock is the world's first anti-theft wreath hook and protector. So this is the Wreath Lock, and let me start with this. And I have a green mat for contrast so that it shows up better, because on a white table it kind of blends in. So this is the Wreath Lock. It is a hook. What it does is it goes through a wireframe wreath and there is no exit. So that's the anti-theft property. This hook is patent pending, so it is under patent application. This is the adapter that goes with the Wreath Lock. This actually helps you be able to hang up grapevine wreaths or thicker wireframe wreaths that may not fit in this slot. This adapter helps with that. So if you want more information about the basic products that make up the Wreath Lock product line, just go to wreathlock.com and search on the home page. Scroll down, there's videos that show how to use the product with different types of wreaths. So I wanted to talk about this first because this is the foundation piece of the product line. Each product so far works together with each other. So in order to get the benefits of the anti-theft protection and the protection from the elements, I highly suggest you use these products together because they are actually made to work together. So that's the first part. So why I'm on tonight is to introduce a new addition to the Wreath Lock product line. So let me go ahead and introduce that to you. Set these aside because we're going to need them in a minute. So some of you may have seen this in the last day or two. This is the Swag Stick by Wreath Lock. This is a stainless steel stick, I call it a stick, that essentially takes the place of a paint stick to make a swag. So traditionally, we were using these paint sticks to make swags, which is fine and all. But the thing is, I want to be able to provide wreath customers with a higher quality product that can be used long term, that gives their wreaths more value. Okay, so that is the concept in the product creation. There's also a few other things it can be used for, which I'm going to go into that. So with a paint stick, you have to staple the pipe cleaners to create a swag. This, on the other hand, has 9 sets of holes in the 18 inches by 2 inches wide surface area. So I have the 9 holes. So what you do is you put your pipe cleaners through here and you put your mesh on it. Okay? So once you do that, you take your adapter and you place it through this top slot. And I say top slot because we have discovered it's a lot easier to use it. Just put in the adapter through the top slot. Okay? Once you do that, you're going to take your Wreath Lock hook, flip it upside down, and you do this no matter what you're using it with. And you're going to take the Wreath Lock hook and run it through, sorry I can't see, the adapter. pull it through to the other side. Once you do that, everything is a unit connected together. Once you do this, you place the hook on your door, close and lock the door, and everything is connected together. It will not come apart. It is one unit, and this makes your wreaths, your swags now, etc. anti-theft. Okay? So as I said, excuse me one second. As I said, this can be used as a base to make a swag on. So let me show you what it looks like when you do that. So this is a swag that I created on the base. Okay, so all I did, and I passed my 9 pipe cleaners through the swag stick. I built my mesh on the bottom, came back, did my hand tied bows, and then I glued my cupcake in the middle and my other attachments. It's that simple. So this is just taking the place of a paint stick to make a swag, and now you have a steel base that you can use on the adapter, which can be used with the Wreath Lock to make your product secure from theft, winds, accidentally falling off, blowing off your door, ending up on the ground, getting ruined, being in your neighbor's backyard, and you'll probably never get it back. So this is how we're going to do that. And I will in the future be making tutorials to show you how to make swags on this base. Okay, so that is the first way that you can use the swag stick by Wreath Lock to make your design. And there is a QR code on the product so that if you need further guidance or instruction or how to use any of the products either alone or together, you'll be able to scan this code. It'll take you to the home page of the Wreath Lock. Scroll down, watch the videos, and that should be all you need. So obviously there's another way you can use the swag stick. I'm not sure if you know that swags have been the most underprotected door decor that I know. And they also are pretty expensive. Like, people put a lot of time and money into swags. So it could only be that they need to be secured. So let me show you another way you can use a swag stick. So bump, 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 bump again. This is a traditional swag that was created by me that I obviously would like to have protected. I made it for one of the shows coming up that I'm going to be at next month, the Houston Home and Garden show. But on that note, this is a swag I would like to have protected for whoever purchases it, right? And what you do is, because traditionally we're going to hang a swag by one of these loops. This is the normal way they're hung. It's not that great. They're easy to cut with wire cutters or take off a J-hook on the door. You know, traditional methods of securing wreaths are not good. So that is why this was created. So what you do with the swag stick on a traditional swag base is you're going to take it, you're going to place zip ties, or either regular zip ties, or you can get these, you can get metal zip ties like these from Amazon. You just type in metal zip tie. So these are 11 inch by 0.18. Just whatever will fit through the spine of your swag. So like I said, you can use regular zip ties, metal zip ties. These are very sturdy. I had a very hard time cutting these to get even the end off. So I don't know if you want to use these because it will probably scratch your base, which really doesn't matter because it's hidden by the decor. But plastic zip ties, metal zip ties, whatever you choose, okay? So what we're doing is we're securing the expensive swag base that is normally only protected by a loop, okay? So we're protecting swags in another way. So again, you take the adapter for the Wreath Lock, and you're gonna push through here, and you're gonna put your adapter on like usual. And then again, sorry for the screeching, you're gonna get your Wreath Lock hook, flip it over. You're gonna pass the adapter through the Wreath Lock, and then you're gonna place it on the Wreath Lock. Then your Wreath Lock secures your swag. Everything is a unit that works together. Sorry, it's a little tight. Everything is a unit that works together. The Wreath Lock gets hung on your door. Once you close and lock the door, you cannot remove this whole unit. There's really no way to get it off, y'all. It's probably 99.9% anti-theft, anti-destruction from the elements. So this is just an addition to the product line. So now there are three. There are the Wreath Lock hooks, there are the adapters that come with the hook complimentary, and now there is the swag stick by Wreath Lock. So we have three products in the product line. The hook does come in a 12-inch and a 25.5-inch hook. Also, please, 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 before you purchase the Wreath Lock, please measure your door to make sure your door is under a thickness of 2 inches. And slightly under is better, because manufacturing is something I don't have control over to a degree. Millimeters count. Size matters, y'all. So please make sure your door is under 2 inches. The Wreath Lock was created for standard US home doors. So please measure the thickness of your door before you purchase the Wreath Lock, or I don't know, you may have to take it somewhere to get it bent out because it only comes in this size right now. The max thickness is 2 inches. So standard doors go about to right here. Some people may have thicker doors depending on where they live. So please measure for the hook before you purchase. You can always hang it on another door. These products are good for anyone that purchases wreaths, anyone that creates wreaths. This product is mainly for the wreath maker. It is to make your product as anti-theft as possible. The thing is, like I said earlier, all these three products work together. So the swag stick works with the adapter that goes on the hook. They are a product system, ecosystem. They work with each other. So what I'm going to suggest is, if you are a first-time owner or new to the Wreath Lock, I'm going to suggest you buy the Wreath Lock and the Wreath Lock adapter. So the Wreath Lock does come in different sizes, colors, engraved, plain, painted at the moment. So if you want to go ahead and purchase your Wreath Lock and the adapter, I would highly suggest that, so that you can learn how to use it, to watch the videos, to be an informed consumer. That's why I created those videos that are on wreathlock.com. You can also type in Wreath Lock on the internet, and I have a lot of videos on there that will show you how to use it with different wreaths. I made like quick tip videos for grapevines, for wireframe wreaths, for thicker wireframe wreaths, and then eventually I'm going to have a video on the swag stick by Wreath Lock. So all these three things will be under patent pending status, and they all are made to work with each other as a system. So let me tell you what you can use these on and what they're good for. So they're good for apartments, condos, townhouses, high traffic areas, corner lot houses, regular houses, any house that experiences high winds, any house that has a lot of traffic coming by it, any house that has had kids steal a wreath from their door before, anyone that has had a door decor item blow off and end up in their neighbor's yard, down the street, or never to be seen again. Good for retirement homes, senior living, apartments, classrooms for teachers that want to hang a wreath and they don't want them stolen. If you want to hang a swag instead of a regular wreath, you can do it however you want. These adapters work on grapevine wreaths. That's the whole premise. That's the whole reason these were created, was so that people can actually have a way to hang a grapevine wreath and have it protected. So all these products have different reasons for being created, but they all work together. So that is the Wreath Lock product system. So anywhere you want to hang a wreath and you want to come back at night and leave in the morning, make sure it's still there at the end of the day, the chances of that happening with this are probably very high, because the methods we have had to secure wreaths and swags up till now are J-hooks, which just hold your wreath, a nail in the door, a screw in the door, a piece of ribbon around the other side of the door, stuff, sticky hook. Y'all, no, we have technology, y'all. So let us partake in the technology that we have now, because I have a mission to get this into every person's hand that has a wreath or some kind of decor on their door. So if you have any questions about this, there should be a comment box below where this video is posted. Feel free to ask the questions. No, it's not for everyone. Not everyone may want to purchase this system, and I understand that, but for those who have a wreath that want to protect what they purchased, that they want to protect what they own and keep it on their door and keep it out of other people's hands, then this is for you. And I made it for you. I created it for everyone that wants to protect what they own and keep what they paid for on their door. Keep your wreath on your door and out of other people's hands. So questions, just put them in the box below. Videos, wreathlock.com homepage, or YouTube, or just type in Wreath Lock on the internet, or go to just straight wreathlock.com. To see the product selection, it's wreathlock.com. Click on the products tab. You can go to Etsy also and type in Wreath Lock, WREATHLOCK. It will take you to my shop. There are also wreaths on there, but this is my product. This is my priority, actually. So the product is steel. Each piece is stainless steel, so making it weather and rust resistant. It's easy to care for. If you change out a wreath, all you got to do is wipe it down with soap and water, like dish soap and water, dry it, or you can use stainless steel wipes. Wipe them down, wipe them with that microfiber cloth, and just make sure they're dry before you hang them back up. The swag stick, what's great about it is if you build a swag on it, when you're done with the swag and the mesh fades and you're ready to switch it out, if you use regular pipe cleaners, all you have to do is cut the pipe cleaners off, and then you can reuse the swag stick. This is something that normally is not done with a base for a piece of decor. Normally they get trashed and thrown away because they get old, can't use them anymore. So if you're making these for someone, just tell them the base is reusable. You can even make a swag on this for your client if they keep it and they want to use it down the road. So I highly suggest to start making your swags on these bases if possible, or use them to use as a base on your regular swags. So you can use it 2 different ways. So again, thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate your support of this small veteran-owned female business. I will have a few of these out to do a test run to see how people like it. Please, 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 y'all, if you make a purchase of any of these items, I would greatly appreciate you leaving a review on Etsy, as it really helps my small business. And I also like to know what y'all think of the products. If y'all have any suggestions, you can drop them down in the box below, or you can send an email on Etsy. Also, the swag sticks will only be in plain steel because they are a base for swags. So you will not be able to see them behind the swag if you use enough mesh like normal. Like I said, the Wreath Lock itself comes in plain, painted, engraved. I do all of that myself. And just to let y'all know, I do everything for this business. I do on my own. As far as the packaging of the items, the shipping of the items, the painting, the engraving, the putting them online, etc. So I appreciate y'all bearing with me because this is a labor of love. I'm very passionate about the product. I am blessed to be able to bring this product to the world, and I am grateful, and I do not take it for granted, y'all. You know, wreaths have been around 2,000 years, and until now there has never been a product to protect them like this one. So anyone who has purchased the Wreath Lock and will purchase the Wreath Lock, I thank you from the bottom of my heart so much for appreciating the product and using the product and leaving a good review and all that stuff. So I just want to thank y'all really for supporting this small business. So thank you again for watching. Y'all have a great weekend. And again, wreathlock.com and Wreath Lock on Etsy. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.